What's going on, guys? Battle Fanatic here. Before I get into this blog, go make sure you follow me on Twitter at Battle Fanatic. It's spelled the exact same way that it is on the channel name, so go make sure you follow me on Twitter. So, King of the Dot Blackout 5. Highly anticipated event. King of the Dot's bringing some legends back, such as Dumbfoundead, 24/7, Bishop Brigante, and a few more. So, yeah, it was supposed to be a crazy event. Shout out to King of the Dot. It actually lived up to the expectations. I loved it. I actually bought the pay-per-view after I heard how good it was. After seeing it on Twitter, all the talk about it. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy pay-per-view. And it was actually a really good event. So, yeah, let's get in the first day. It was Marwan versus Skelly was the first battle. I had Marwan 2-1 against Skelly. Uh, I had Skelly round 2 and then Marwan rounds 1 and 3. So yeah, I edged Marv 2-1. So the next battle was Chilla versus 100 Bullets. I actually thought this was one of the most underrated battles at the whole event. I didn't expect 100 Bullets to do as well as he did. He had jokes and bars, and then Chilla was normal Chilla. The pen game is insane right now. It's top 3, next to Daylight and Lux. So Chilla was his usual self. So I gave the first round to Chilla. The second round was debatable, but I was leaning towards 100 Bullets. And the third round was also debatable again, but I edged that to Chilla. So I gave the battle 2-1 to Chilla. So yeah. And the next battle was 24/7 versus Erg. That was actually one of the best battles of the first day. Um, I edged the battle 2-1 to Erg. And the next battle was Kid Twist versus Shuffle T. That was a hilarious battle. During the second round, they had a 2-on-2. Shuffle T brought out Marlowe, and then Kid Twist brought out Nameless, and they had a funny ass 2-on-2. And the next battle was Rex versus Holohan. Honestly, Holohan didn't seem like he cared to be there. Honestly, he just seemed like he was there for a check, just there for the money. I wasn't really feeling him all that much. He was pretty boring. And then Rex coming off the Clips battle, he did really well. He seemed like the old Rex to me. He was very consistent all 3 rounds. So I edged him 2-1 in that battle. So it's good to see Rex come back and, do pretty well. So, yeah, so the next battle was Ilmac versus DNA. Ilmac killed DNA. He bodied him 3-0. Ilmac did a funny-ass impersonation of DNA in the first round, and I had Ilmac winning pretty easy. So, and then it was Arsenal versus Bishop. Ars looked pretty good in the first round up until he choked in the middle of the first round, and then he ended up choking like throughout the whole battle. So, and then Bishop did pretty well for a comeback. He hasn't battled in like 10, 15 years. So it was good to see him come back. He looked pretty well. He had good delivery. His bars were pretty decent. So I had him 3-0 easy. So, and then the last battle of day 1 was Hitman versus Shoddy. Of course, the fight happened in Hitman's first round. Some stupid ass fan jumped on stage, and then it ended up being a huge fight, a big scrap. So they had to start the battle all over again. So it actually made the battle more hype too. Hitman's first round ended up being a lot more hype after his brother punched the dude. So I edged the first round to Hitman. He did a remix with his brother, of course. So I edged it barely to Hitman. And then second round, I edged it Shoddy. And then the third round was debatable. Shoddy, he had a pretty good round. His bars were nice. And then Hitman had a solid round too. So it was an okay main event, but I expected more from them, both of them. Shoddy, I've seen him better, especially against Arsenal and Math Alpha. So I was expecting more from him, but I kind of edged it to Hitman 2-1, but it could go either way. So yeah. So then day 2 was the first battle was Thesaurus versus J Pro, and I edged that to Thesaurus 2-1, even with Thesaurus, Thesaurus taking that battle on short notice because Rich Dollars couldn't make it across the border. So yeah, I edged that 2-1 to Thesaurus. And then the next battle was Osa versus Soul. I edged that 2-1 to Soul. And then the next battle was Roan versus Big T. That was a top 3 battle of this event. Roan was consistent all 3 rounds. He was funny. He had jokes. He had some bars too, but mainly jokes. And then Big T got worse to me every round. His first round was crazy. I edged him in the first round. The second round he was and the third round he wasn't there at all to me, honestly. So I had Roan 2-1 against Big T. And then the next battle was Quest McCody versus Tycoon Tax. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little biased in this battle because I've become a fan of Quest McCody. And Tycoon Tax, I'm not really a big fan of him. I don't know why King of the Dot likes him all that much, but he's okay. But I had Quest 2-1 in that battle. Uh, and the next battle was Head Ice versus Sirius Jones. I had Head Ice 2-1 in that battle. He had one of the performances of the night. He had a great battle, so I had Head Ice 2-1 in that battle. And then the sixth battle was Conceited versus Dumbfoundead. That was my favorite battle of the whole event. Dumbfoundead was funny as shit all 3 rounds. And then Conceited had jokes and bars all 3 rounds too. Um, I gave the battle 2-1 to Conceited. I think Dumbfoundead definitely got the third round, but I wouldn't be mad if people say Dumbfoundead won because Dumbfoundead did really well too. His return to the battle scene, he did pretty well. So the second to last battle of the whole event was Daylight versus Madchild. Daylight had performance of the event. His pen game right now is elite, top 3 next to Chilla and Lux. He did well all 3 rounds. He had the little teapot bar in the third round. That was crazy. That was like the rock paper scissors of this year. So Madchild, he did pretty good. His first round, it was pretty boring to me, but he got better. He was kind of the opposite of Big T. He got better each round. His second round was pretty good, and his third round was his best round. But I mean, unfortunately, Daylight's third round was his best round, so I gave that battle 3-0 to Daylight. Uh, so then the title match was Pat Stay versus Sharoon. That was also a crazy battle. Sharoon's first round was great, but Pat Stay's first round was better. He was getting up all in his face. Give him that witty, that aggressive Pat Stay. So in the second round, I easily gave to Sharoon. Pat Stay had a good second round too, but Sharoon's round was just better. His punches were a lot better. I was feeling him more in the second round. And so in the third round, Sharoon did the cancer patient angle that apparently Pat Stay messaged some kid on Facebook and said, if you're lying about cancer, like you're a faggot, some type of shit like that. And honestly, I thought Sharon was going to win after that round. And then Pat Stay came back and had a crazy, crazy third round. So I didn't think there was without a doubt that Pat Stay was going to win the chain, and he did win the chain. Uh, so overall, crazy event. Shout out to King of the Dot bringing the legends back, and that actually worked out. So crazy, crazy event. I don't know how they're gonna top this one. World Domination's next. Can't wait till these battles drop on YouTube. But for right now, I got the pay-per-view, so I've been watching that like every day. So yeah, look out for my next vlog. I'll be doing an Arsenal versus Mr. Fab recap sometime within the next few days. So rate, comment, and subscribe.